watching Thrifty Kaniffy. Hello everyone and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. Well, today we are going to be looking at a Victorinox Swiss Army knife. This one has 14 functions. It's the Super Tinker. It's the official Swiss Army knife made in Switzerland. Well, if we flip the card over here, we can see all the different functions and it lists them out, all 14 of them. We've got a large blade, small blade, Phillips screwdriver, can opener, small screwdriver blade, the bottle opener, the large screwdriver blade with the wire stripper, and got a reamer, a key ring, tweezers, toothpick, scissors, and a multi-purpose parcel hook. Alright, so let's take a look at the knife. We've got a 91mm design here with 3 layers. You can see that equates to about 3 5/8 inches. And we're looking at, a Swiss Army knife with Cellidor handles here, the plastic scales. In their standard red color, this has got the Swiss Army logo on the front there in silver. And you have this gray keyed tweezers that go into the front of the handle. Those are great for pulling out splinters and that sort of thing, other small tasks. And then you've got key ring on this side. On the back, we have the toothpick. It just slides in and out of there, keyed in white. Now if we look at the top, we get the main large blade here. And it's a 1.4116 blade steel, stainless. Let's look at that blade edge. Spear point blade, got the nail nick there, pretty standard, kind of smallish. But with as many different blades on there, you got to kind of keep them small. There's a look at the back edge there. I'd say that's pretty consistent with the front. Maybe a little lighter, but feels plenty sharp. We look at the tang stamp here. We have Victorinox, Swiss made, and stainless. And we got good snap and action on that main blade. The pull on it is really that much. I'd say maybe about a 5, but the lockup and the action to get it closed is heavier than you would think. And you got plenty of confidence using that knife. It would take quite a bit to get that closed down on yourself. If we look at the length, you're looking at a 2 3/4 inch blade full to the tang, and then with the cutting edge just a little over 2 1/4. We'll call it 2 3/8. So a good size little main blade there. On that same layer, you have a smaller pin blade. Nice shape to that guy. There's a look at the blade edge. Again, little nail nick there. They got to make these nail nicks kind of small with all the blades on there. So you got to be pretty precise about getting to them. But the blade edge looks pretty even. Pull strength on that about like the main blade. Not quite the action on the close, but you do have a very positive lockup. So I'd give that about a 5 pull, but with a solid lockup and pretty decent action on the close. So if we go to that next layer, we're looking at the scissors. And this is the large style scissors. It'd be larger than some of the other style knives that you have. It's got good action on that. So those should be really useful, whatever you're trying to do. Now the thing that makes the Super Tinker different from the Tinker is that it adds the scissors and the hook that we'll look at in a minute. But the regular Tinker is a pretty popular design, so this just adds a couple more features to that. Alright, so we looked at the middle layer, and now we're looking at the opening layer. So you get the 2 function blade on this with the smaller of the 2 flat blades, and then a can opener there. And that works really well for opening up tin cans. And then on the other side of the opening layer, you get the larger screwdriver blade as well as a bottle opener and the wire stripper. So this is actually 3 functions in one. And really good pull and lock up on these guys. They take a little bit to get out there, but they snap in really good. All right, so there's your top. And then if we look at the bottom, parcel hook, as I mentioned, which makes this a little different from the regular Tinker. And just looked at a Felix Emler video and talks about the parcel hook and all that it can do. One of the cool features that I think is most useful on there is like pulling laces through eyelets in your shoe. Works really good for that. And of course to carry things. You just put plastic bags on there or whatever. Works really well for that. Also, if you happen to have a knife that has the pin, you can close it down and use that to hold the pin in place. But then you also have the Phillips, which is really helpful. Phillips screwdriver. And then we have the awl blade over here. Oh, it's on the front. There we go. A very sharp little awl blade or reamer. And you got the eyelet there in case you want to use that to kind of sew in some thread or whatever you'd like. Works really well for that. I got a really nice sharp edge on one side. So just a very useful awl blade. To me, one of the better ones on knives that I've seen. I've seen a lot of really crappy awl blades on Boy Scout knives and things that don't really work very well. That one is a very useful tool. Well, there you go, though. That's a look at all 14 functions. Some of those combined, obviously. Got the 3-function blade and so forth, and they're counting the key ring. But all told, it's 14 functions. I think this is a really solid choice if you're looking at 3-layered, Victorinox knives, sack knives. I was able to get this one at a really good price. Was limited on the number they had, but there was a seller on eBay selling these for $20. Now they normally go for $34. That's what they're listed at right now on Amazon. I wouldn't expect you to find this for $20. Probably not going to happen very often. Now, you might be able to get a used one for that price, but for brand new out of the package, that was a pretty smoking deal. But occasionally, I'm sure you can find some on sale. But normal price, like I said, just over $33, about $34, let's call it. On Amazon, you can get these. But again, really pretty cool model. This one's also similar to the Climber, but instead of the corkscrew, you get the Phillips on this one. So that's another choice, between the Climber and the Super Tinker that you have. But yeah, pretty cool knife. And I think for $34, it's still a pretty solid value. Quality of all the Swiss Army knives has always been pretty superb for me. Never really had many quality control issues with those at all. So again, pretty happy with the price that I was able to get this one for. And so that's why I went ahead and picked it up right away and didn't wait. But there you go. There is the Victorinox Swiss Army knife Super Tinker. Hope you enjoyed the review. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell to be made aware of videos when they drop. We will see you next time. Take care.